So now we're going to see modes of funding. Okay. So today's topic is about in first, what is mode of funding? Means funding. Mode of funding. Okay. So let's discuss about types of funding. Okay. So here the point name is mode of funding. So types of funding, okay, has several support mechanism for different kinds of research. NERC has several supports mechanism for different kinds of research. Some of our funding is direct towards research into the particular area or issues. Some of available to respond to a arrange urgent research priorities as they arise or the sure our researchers have the skill and experience they need carry out world-class science. So types of funding here. Okay. So national capability, national. There are many types. We will see some types of funding here. So first one is national capability. This is the it is national 20 minute. Okay. Okay. So this is the first point of funding here. 1 minute. Let's take this like this. This is the first point. Okay. Then in this, in national capability, the UK deliver world-leading environmental science, support national strategic needs, and respond the emerging. It includes the research and development activities which keep its capability at the cutting edges. In national capability, इसमें क्या होता है ये fund in the this is the types of funding. Okay. So यहाँ पे क्या includes the research and development activities. So national capabilities include the development activities which keeps this capability at the cutting edges. Then strategic research, second one is the strategic research. Strategic research. Okay, this also come in funding types. Okay. Research. Okay, let's see this. In this, NERC strategic research is a designed to address measure. It's used to design the address measure scientific questions that are important for UK's perspective and well-being in the 21st century. Many of the revolving around how we can manage environment changes. In strategic research, में क्या होगा? How we can manage the environment change, make the best use of scarce resource, and build this natural hazards, as well directing funds into important areas of fundamental science. It also supports training and helps to build strong research communities by bringing together academics from different disciplines with potential user of their science. So strategic research may 21st century many have the revolving around how we can manage environment changes. मतलब environment changes को manage करने के लिए it's come strategic research in 21st century. So change makes best the use of scarce resource and build resilience to the hazards, natural hazard, and so directing funds into important area of fundamental. So this is the income in strategic research. Then discovery science. In discovery science, third point is the discovery science. Okay, discovery science. Okay, discovery science. So in discovery science, in this research that is driven by the rather than the by strategic agenda can have enormous benefit far beyond the advanced knowledge and offer they are least expected. We don't which project will eventually make a major impact on our society and economic, but we know some will. NERC is fully committed to supporting these kinds of science. Means discovery science is okay. So डिस्कवरी साइंस में क्या हुआ रिसर्च दैट इज मतलब इसमें कैसा है इन डिस्कवरी साइंस इट इज अ रिस्पॉन्सिव मोड so whatever the fund means you know it will fund is a several support mechanism for different kinds of research, right? So here की जो भी टाइप्स का रिसर्च होगा उसको सपोर्ट करने के लिए मतलब मेजर इम्पैक्ट ऑन आवर सोसाइटी मतलब वी डोंट नो विच प्रोजेक्ट मतलब पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट पे यूज करना और फंडिंग मीन्स टू यूज फंड मीन्स यू नो वेरी वेल ओके सो इन रिसर्च साइंस में क्या होगा कि कौन सा प्रोजेक्ट अपनी सोसाइटी के लिए यूजफुल है वी डोंट नो जब तक हम फंड यूज करके अपना प्रोजेक्ट बिल्ड नहीं करते राइट so it's responsive mode discovery science it means responsive mode if we using working on project then responsibilities are we have to do it okay and so then post graduate training so this may be useful for student where it is fourth one is a post graduate training okay so इसमें क्या होगा we so next generation of research so that the UK can continue producing world leading environmental science into the future our studentship and training grants are designed to the just that and to prepare their respective for career in academic and beyond studentship and training grants also made available under NERC research program okay so student training लेते हैं okay in under the NERC research program so in post graduation training में क्या होता है we means next generation of research UK can continue producing world leading environmental science into the future our studentship and training grant are designed to the just prepare their recipient for career okay in academic then fellowship funding to support outstanding environment scientists and enable them to develop their research with the help of funding then scientists can develop their research right without funding how it can possible then you can say that what and support the outstanding environmental scientists and enable them to develop their research. Start to build a research group and become internationally recognized. Fellowship aim at developing research leaders in areas of strategic importance are also made available under NERC research program. Then capital funding. अब capital funding में क्या होता है? To maintain and strengthen the excellence and impact of UK environment science. NERC needs to invest in new technologies, okay, equipment, infrastructure, facility, and estate. This includes providing capital support for our existing asset, as well as identifying new priority, including those at research central, at university, and other research organization. How do we offer funding? Management mode. How do we offer the funding? Okay. So let's see the management mode. If you know now, funding is used for research center to develop their research. Funding is used for in post-graduation under training, my student can use this fund, limited funding, and under the NERC group year training, they can do their training, right? Then strategic research, then discovery science, means which project is good for our society or not. So this type of mode of funding is having these types of point types. Now we are going to see that how do we offer the funding. That is called management mode. Okay, let's see management mode. Management mode. So procurement or grant award producer for project finance under EU external aid programs, vary according to different arrangement for managing the project. There are different ways to implement the EU budget or the EDF funds, depending on the variable level of implication of the European Commission in its implementation. This is attained through its design of number of budget implement tasks, such as conclusion, context, the operational and financial management, audit, evaluation, etc. So in management mode में क्या होगा? In management mode is the attained through the delegation of members or of members budget implementation tasks, जैसे कि conclusion of contracts, then their operation and financial management and audit and evaluation. The EU financial regulations and rules, regulation of and its rules application in force since 10 Jan 2013 introduced important changes in the existing management mode. The changes entered into force on 1 Jan 2014 from the entry into force of the financial regulation for facility. The farmer management mode, centralized, decentralized, join and share, have been streamlined to just 3. Okay, so farmer management mode के लिए हमें centralized, decentralized and join and share. So direct management कैसे? The European Commission is in charge of all EU budget implementation tasks, which are performed directly by its department, either at headquarters or in the EU or through European. Therefore, the European Commission or the European Executive Agency is the contracting authority and takes a decision to behalf and more account of the partner countries. Indirect management, मतलब direct management में वो if they want one country need a fund, then they can communicate to other country. Yeah, you can say the partner country. Okay. Indirect management, under indirect management, the European Commission budget implement tasks, then partner countries or bodies designed by them, international organization, development agency, and other bodies. Share management, the European Commission delegate implementation tasks to EU member state. This mode is really used in the implementation of external action, but there are few cases such as joint, then operational program on cross-border cooperation implement by joint managing authority. Okay, what does it mean of commercial use? If the use of something is part of process of your making money, then it's generally considered a commercial use. If it purpose of the site to through some means or another, directly indirectly, make you money, then it's properly commercial use. Okay, so what does the mean of commercial use? Okay, commercial. So in commercial use, if the uses of something, okay, is part of the process of you are making money. Okay, अगर आप कुछ पैसे कमा रहे हो, ये उसका part है income का, okay, then it's generally considered commercial use. मतलब suppose you are doing business and with the help of business you are earning, right? So it's part of commercial use. Then it's generally considered a commercial use if the purpose of the site is to through some means or another, directly or indirectly, make you money, then it's probably commercial use. In short, to make a money, its use is called a commercial use. What does commercial use exactly mean? There is a lot of open source engine and software with different license conditions. Most of them are non-free for commercial use. One of the most basic restrictions you shall see with content covered by Creative Commons license is the non-commercial clause. This is a legal definition. So it is a simple enough to find out exactly what that means. Well, simple in a one sense, the definition of commercial use is broad, covering more than just obvious profit-making uses. In the practice, the term is equivalent to income generation, use of any kind, whether direct or indirect. Okay, so if you contain for general research, even if not for any specific purpose, and you or your organization generate income that contain as commercial use. So does using content for pro bono work from the if it also enhance your reputation or leads to income generation work in any way whatsoever. Basically, if there's much as commercial interest in what you are doing, then it counts as a commercial use. There also no such thing as fair use in commercial context anymore. A Europe Union directive passed in 2001 was finally made law in Britain in October 2003, and this put paid to the fair use clause, which allows small portion of the work to be copied for commercial related purpose. This is the still allowed for non-commercial work. So commercial use in may to make to earn to make a money. Okay. Uh, for particular purpose, मतलब purpose के लिए या without purpose. But if you are making money by your income with your income, then it is called commercial use. For commercial use license details, by purchasing a commercial use license on seller grant you a perpetual exclusive non-transferable worldwide license to use the purchase delivery for permitted commercial purpose unless clearly stated otherwise on the seller's geek page. All intellectual property rights of the purchase delivery are hereby assigned to you. Permitted commercial purpose means any business related to such as way by way of example. Like I said already, commercial use means to make money. Okay, so example like, for example, okay, you can use, you know very well this example, right? Means how we can make money. If you're having some business, then how you can make money with the help of advertising, right? You know very well, advertising. Sorry. Okay, then you can say promotion. Yeah, promotion. You know very well this is comes under the commercial use. Promotion, right? Then creating web page. If you're creating your site, okay, then anyone can come to know that you're having some product, you are doing some business, and related to your product and business, they can be easily contact with you with the help of the creating web pages sites, you can say. Okay, okay, this is also example. I think so अभी आपको commercial use easily can समझ में आया होगा, right? Then integration into product software or other, right? Business related tools, etc. extras and is strictly executed by illegal purpose. This license is the subject to an incorporated as many updates from time to time. There is a no warranty express to or impile with the purchase of this delivery, including with respect to fitness for particular purpose. Neither the seller nor fireware will be liable for any claims or incidental, consensual, or other damage arise out of this license. The delivery or you are use the delivery of delivery. What does non-commercial? Now you are getting about the commercial use. What is the commercial use to how to make the money like and with the help of software license, how to use legally purpose, not illegal. So some means whatever is there, so how to make money. It's called means it is a definition of this content, and the example is given here. Now what does non-commercial? Okay, non-commercial. Okay, the creative common non-commercial NC is close allow other to copy, distribute, display, and perform your work, and derivative, that is modify work based upon your work, but the work cannot be used for commercial purpose. Means what now, if you understand about, if you getting the point of commercial use, then you can understand the mean of non-commercial. The non-commercial is nothing but it is a creative common and see that is non-commercial. Okay, because allows other to copy. Okay, I said we can use the someone's program, we can use it, we can study it, but we can't modify, right? I have given the example in uh, free open source, then close open source, right? We cannot modify it, but we can use it. That is so through the non-commercial we cannot earn, just we can use, we can study it. And the creative common non-common allow others to copy, distribute, display, and perform your work, and then and modify work based upon your work. But the work cannot be used for commercial purpose. The non-commercial clause is a controversial and criticized condition available in the Creative Commons license suit, particularly when related to educational course saver. There are several reasons for this. At a basic level, it is not clear what non-commercial means, since creative commercial license emerged with the past decade. There is a little previous case law that exists and assists in interpreting the clause. Creative Commons initial belief was that the term non-commercial should be left underdefined undefined, so the communities will build their own definition and if necessary have resource to the courts to set the standard of what the term means. Various of non-commercial include the following. The means various interpretation of non-commercial include the following. The most extreme interpretation of non-commercial is that no money should be exchanged as a part of transaction of using of the materials. Okay, regardless of whether the money represent break even of margin cost or profit. This has been view of the open source software community. But according to Hoffman in 2009, this is not how non-commercial is usually interpreted, especially within the educational community. A second view is that non-commercial is determined by the type of use instead of whether there is a financial exchange. For example, some consider any use of licensed work by corporation to be commercial and any use of licensed work by non-profit organization to be non-commercial. Means in these no income sources not that much there. Okay, So under this definition, many license in the educational community believe that charging for course packs is permitted under the NC, means non-commercial clause. Then Hoffman argues that this will imply that a private school may not use non-commercial materials for educational use, and that for-profit company may not use non-commercial material for non-profit purpose, such as corporate social investment activities. However, Mass Institute of Technology (MIT), okay, in the open source where state that determine of commercial versus non-commercial purpose is based on the use or not the user. Okay. Thus, according to MIT, ACO for profit companies may use material with the NC clause depending on how the material are used. For example, a commercial education and training business may not offer courses based on OCW materials. If students pay a fee for the course and the business intend to make the profit, although incident charged to the recover responsible reproduction costs are permitted. Likewise, the Commonwealth of Learning Copyright guidelines specifically address the issue of the NC clause and make this between profit distinction between profit and cost recovery for operating cost non-commercial means a make distinction between profit, that is a commercial, and cost recovery for operating cost, that is a non-commercial. So this definition, corporation or non-profit organization may still charge registration fees and recover materials duplication cost and overhaul costs incurred during customization, duplication, and distribution of material as long as there is a no profit gain. Then other believe that transaction is non-commercial, right? You know very well now. I told about commercials definition I given, then I said in with the help of some examples, so you understood about the commercial. Then in non-commercial means transaction. You are doing transaction, so you can't get the money there, you can't get the income, right? So here we can say that the other believe that transaction is non-commercial unless the transaction is driven by the profit motive. मतलब जब तक ट्रांजेक्शन थ्रू हमें प्रॉफिट नहीं होता दैट इज तब तक वो नॉन कमर्शियल में कंटेंट आएगा. ओके, so many seem we can say that in the practice, if non-commercial use is ever brought to court, the court will look at the license intent when determine the meaning of them, possibly also what the license understood term to mean. The dispatches is understanding what is the mean by non-commercial lead Creative Commons to conduct the community survey in 2008 with the aim of better understanding the various interpretations of non-commercial. The survey revealed that different communities have developed their own understanding of them, but each community has not necessarily respect the definition of the other communities. The resulting reports in 2009 examined various scenarios, such as whether the user is an allowable non-commercial users, such as individual or non-profit educational institute or library, if the work is used in or in relation advertising, if there is a financial transaction, and finally, what derivation use are made of the work. While the Creative Commons reports may help users better understand what does and does not constitute permitted non-commercial use. In the end, codes, not Creative Commons, will have the final say over what non-commercial use means. Due to varying interpretations of non-commercial, one course with the NC restriction is that it is a potentially incompatible with the other Creative Commons license. Then open source hardware. So these are the points of non-commercial and non-commercial use. Okay. So to this lectures over here. Thank you.